I want to bring in Ahmad Shahidov, who's the head of Azerbaijan's Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. He is live for us in Baku. Ahmad, when you hear what our correspondent says about the roller coaster that regionally everybody has been through with this, particularly in Nagorno-Karabakh, what can you tell us? I mean, is the overriding sense in the feeling maybe relief, or is it proceeding with a large degree of caution right now, given the contentious history here?
Yes, greetings from Azerbaijan, from Karabakh region. You know, today all people in Azerbaijan, all region, lives a very important date, and 11 November will remain as a very important date in the history of Azerbaijani people. And today's agreement is primarily aimed at establishing a long-term peace in the region in Nagorno-Karabakh. And the Russian Federation was expected to play a significant role in this conflict, and I think that Turkey will also take part in future talks on negotiations. And today's agreement was the realization, I can say that, of the conditions set by Azerbaijan for many years. Unfortunately, Armenia ignored international law and refused to start peace talks. And finally, today, the government of Nicole Pashinyan was forced to accept the realities. And the realities consist of the principles of international law, the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. And after the first ceasefire in May 1994, you know, over the last 26 years, Azerbaijan stand for peace in the region and prefer to resolve this conflict by the peaceful resolution. And in all international platforms, in UN, in OSCE, in Council of Europe, in European Union, in all international platforms, Azerbaijani side raised this issue, raised the basic principles of UN and these 4 resolutions of UN Security Council, and called international community to help to resolve this conflict. But at the same time, Azerbaijani government started to grow its military power, because we have the second way to resolve this conflict by the military way. And over the last 26 years, by the mediating of OSCE Minsk Group, we tried to find a very peaceful way of this conflict. Unfortunately, Armenia didn't comply with these demands, and today, after 50 days of fightings in Nagorno-Karabakh, Azerbaijan was very successful in battleground, and yesterday we have liberated the main point.
Yeah, I want to pick up on that point, Ahmed, if I can just interject for 1 second, which is I want to talk military strategy for a second. When you look at the territorial victories that Azerbaijan was able to achieve in the last little stretch of this here, what can you tell us about that strategy, given the fact that it has led us to the point that we are at now, which is Armenia's prime minister is signing this deal?
You know, today, Armenian government, in particular the Prime Minister Nicole Pashinyan, finally admitted their defeat in battleground and announced about this agreement between Russia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia. And this is the final point. This is the finish for Nicole Pashinyan's government. And I suppose that today, from today, tomorrow, and this week, the protest action in Armenia will continue and will lead to changing the Armenian government, because Armenian nation was in information blockade over the 50 days after constant liberation of Azerbaijani lands. Every time official Armenian authorities, they refused to accept the realities in battleground. But after the successful military operations. We have liberated much part of Nagorno-Karabakh and other surrounded regions. And finally, Armenian people understood that Armenia was defeated. It's the realities, but anyway, the realities consist of that Azerbaijan has implemented two of 4 UN Security Council resolutions about the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. Right. We have liberated a lot of territories, including Fizuli, Jabrail, and basically Shusha city. You know, Shusha is very important strategically and historically important.
Yes, and Ahmad, you've made the perfect segue actually to this report, Ahmad, that I want to throw to you right now. We really appreciate your analysis, but as Azerbaijan pushes further into Nagorno-Karabakh, the military's attention is now centering, as we were just discussing there, on the city of Shusha. It's widely said that whoever controls Shusha controls the occupied territory, but it's not just strategically important. Liberating Shusha has been symbolic in value as well. Melinda Nusafor explains.